This Val-Con video is powered by GTX Server Hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.
Welcome in, everybody, for another Val-Con Podcast! Let's go!
Hello.
Hey, and today we got another, I may even say the Valheim wizard among us. We got Mr. DhakhaR. Welcome in.
Nice.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing?
Hi.
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
It's awesome. I think at
Hello,
least two of us are
DhakhaR.
melting because it's so warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is boiling.
I've heard about heat records in the UK as well, for instance. But yeah, so for the people who don't know you, DhakhaR, like tell me slash us a little bit about yourself. Like this is your introduction.
Sure. So, as you've heard, my name is DhakhaR. I'm a Valheim content creator, builder, scripter, and sometimes a wizard, as Easy alluded to. I've been playing Valheim since early access. I've got about 6,500 hours, but not many of those are actually playing the game. I do a lot of time building and developing different things with DhakhaR's mods, such as Infinity Hammer and Expand World prefabs.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's
very cool.
that makes me think about how most developers or tinkerers like that have their most hours just not playing the game, but actually just working with it and creating cool stuff with it.
I did start out as
Team
a pure
EWP.
player, but those days are long behind me now.
We'll come back to that later, that's for sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's a lot of, as Easy says, questions that we want to dive into. But first, as like a follow-up on the introduction, what are games that you used to play before Valheim?
I've always been interested in games, so I've played lots of different ones. I used to be very, very competitive and play a lot of first-person shooters and real-time strategy games. So some of my favorites were Counter-Strike Source, Halo 3, a lot of the Battlefield games. I played 3, 4, 1, and Battlefield Hardline.
Nice.
And then StarCraft 1 and 2 and Age of Empires I played a lot of.
That's quite diverse.
But yeah, and that's just the past. Like, I don't play a lot of those now anymore, but these days I play the Finals, Satisfactory, Dyson Sphere Program, V Rising, Age of Wonders 4, Warframe, Last Epoch, lots of Warhammer games like
Wow.
Total War and Rogue Trader, and of course Helldivers 2.
Dang,
I love
nice.
Satisfactory in that one.
Hell yeah.
I get the impression, DhakhaR, that you enjoy the shooter games and the strategy games, like RTS games. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So, to get back onto Valheim, I know the answers to these questions, but I'm going to ask you. What projects do you work on in Valheim?
Well, I did sort of begin doing my own projects, let's say, which were different builds and things that I later made for videos that I'm sure we'll talk about. But as you're alluding to, as I got more involved in the community, I made friends with 9byte, who I'm sure everyone's familiar with, and
Oh yeah.
we began working together on the adventure map. So that has obviously been a huge focus for a long, long time. But shortly after we released the first version of the adventure map, JP and DhakhaR cyberbullied me into trying out Expand World prefabs, and that very quickly became my new favorite toy. So I've been doing lots of things with that and creating my Heimdivers server for it.
The one instance where cyberbullying is actually bringing something positive. I love it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more
You got
about
the
Heimdivers?
EWP bug.
Sure. So Heimdivers is my project that's made with pretty much all of DhakhaR's mods at this stage. So it uses pretty much the entire Expand World package, and it is, as close as I can make it, a recreation of Helldivers 2 within Valheim. So you're going to spawn in, you're going to do your training, you're then going to board the super carrier like you do. From there, you can equip all your stratagems, upgrade things, unlock weapons, and then you're going to choose the place you want to drop on a map, drop in from the sky like in Helldivers, land, and then you're fighting bugs or bots, completing objectives, throwing explosives, probably killing your teammates as is expected. And
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Tradition.
it's a great fun time.
Okay, can I play Divers now? I mean, can others play that? Is it live?
It is, yeah. The server is up. The password and link and mod pack and everything you need is all in my Discord. Yeah, and I'm always looking for new people to play and test. And hopefully, it should be easy for you to get into, whether you've never played Helldivers before or whether you're a seasoned veteran.
Ooh.
And what's the most creative way you've killed a teammate so far?
I mean, the things that please me the most are when non-Helldivers players kill themselves in the ways that we have all done in Helldivers. And the classic ones are being, I called in a 500 kg and I didn't know what it did, so I was 10 meters away from it. And what's that thing over there? Let me shoot it. Oh, it's an unexploded hell bomb. Like, I've had multiple people the first time they've killed themselves being one of those two, and I'm just like, perfect. I'm on the right track.
Nice.
That's my metric.
That was to be so me though. Like curiosity always gets the better of me in those situations.
Yeah.
That's a great gauge.
To be to give people all the information, feel free to DM me a link to your Discord. We can share it in both chats here on YouTube and Twitch.
Sure.
And in the meantime, I still can't let it go. Let's come back to that question immediately. So, what did you do the first couple 100 hours playing Valheim when you weren't all wizardy?
It was very normal Valheim stuff. The game I was playing immediately before Valheim was a game called Space Engineers, which is building, survival, crafting in space. So, and in that I was very build focused. So I came into Valheim and immediately started building something right outside of spawn. A terrible square wooden box, absolutely devoid of features or any artistic flair. Definitely died to a falling tree in the process, like standard Valheim.
You went through the ringer.
Yeah, exactly. But got myself going, and then my second base I built a little bit, I think, to the east of where spawn was, and it was in the meadows, but right next to the Black Forest, because I figured, I needed to go there and get things. And I was much more ambitious this time. I had found this spot with a nice sloping hill down to the sea, because I'd figured out at that point I needed to sail someplace at some point. And I wanted to have this tiered layer of city with docks down at the bottom and a central castle, a longhouse up at the top.
Oh my.
So I set about, with hoe and pick, terraforming these things and a big moat around the outside. But back in those early access days, each terraforming action added an instance. So before I was even halfway done with the buildings, it was a completely unplayable, laggy nightmare.
It has gotten so much better though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's now way better, but that was very important lesson for me of like, okay, if I'm gonna do things, I'm gonna have to learn how they all work and do some testing beforehand and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, and then I played up till Yagluth. He was the last boss at the time. Did some building after that, found some cool spots to build castles and nice things. And then took a break for a while, came back, found Infinity Hammer, and I've never left.
Ooh, nice. So I can imagine the moment you found Infinity Hammer that a whole new world kind of opened up to you. And this kind of leans into the question that I have for you, which is a little bit of a different turn, but when did you start learning and playing around with fields in Valheim?
I mean, I think it was pretty much as soon as Yera added the support for them to World Edit commands. I mean, it does tie back to Infinity Hammer because as I learned that mod, I became infatuated with all of Yera's mods. So, as soon as he added that capability, and I believe he DM'd me about it, saying like, "Have you tried this?" And at the time, I had no idea what a field was, and
I was going to say, what is a field? Can you define that?
Yeah,
for those of us who don't use EWP?
So, I mean, as JP will know, sometimes, I mean, Yera's aim is often to communicate with as few words as possible and like see if the person understands. It's a very effective tactic. So
Yeah, he has a particular technique.
yeah. So I got this information from him of there's this new thing to try, and monkey it typewritered my way into figuring out how it works. And I think the first thing I got to work with, I increased the character limit on a sign.
Yes.
Which at the time I was like, I am a god, you know. And looking back now, it's like the most easy thing. But yeah, to come back to your question, Klaus. So a field. Everything in Valheim carries around a ton of information about itself. And a lot of these things are very intuitive for us to understand, like how much health it has, how much its maximum health is. You know, this kind of thing. But there's actually so much more information in stuff than you would imagine. And these little individual pieces are fields, essentially. So, for example, a portal has a field that tells it how far to spawn the player away from the portal. Because you've probably never thought about it, but you actually spawned like a meter in front of the portal, right? And you would almost intuitively think, why would there be any need to ever change that value? It never changes in the game. But it's in there in the portal, and we can mess with it. So I can actually send you 100 meters away from the portal if I want to, or 100 meters behind it.
Oh my god, I need
so
to mess
these
with
are
this.
fields. Yeah, and when you start messing around with stuff, you find cool stuff you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you mentioned like the first thing was the signs as well. It gives such a great insight in a way to get started with this as well, because I can imagine for people that are new to this, just as you say, like it feels like you become a god just by even getting that little step in the door to all of this information. So that was a really nice actual like extra tidbit to the question. Thank you. Yeah, that was very nice.
So it has nothing to do with farming at all. I love this. I'm learning so much.
The great thing as well is once you've learned how to do one thing, you're 90% of the way to being an expert. It really is that simple. It's only like 10% left that are weird edge cases or specific like exceptions that make the rule kind of thing.
Okay, this game is gonna grab me for multiple years to come. Surely.
This always reminds me of how much I've already learned from JP, and I'm like so on the surface of all the information. Now, JP, you got a really interesting question coming up as well.
Yeah, and this actually is very related to fields because, as many of you know, DhakhaR worked on the adventure map, the RPG adventure map for Valheim with 9byte, and the adventure map is essentially field editing, like on steroids, or whatever phrase you want to use to mean a huge mountain of something. That's what the adventure map is things doing things you don't think they can do because DhakhaR and 9byte edited one of these fields to get a certain kind of behavior. So speaking of the adventure map, when designing your custom RPG adventure map, how do you balance the freedom of Valheim's sandbox mechanics with the constraints required to tell a story? And this is a question from Jorna.
Wow. With much head scratching. I think as far as mechanics, one thing we always came back to was what are the negative consequences of the player doing X, and what is the cost of us preventing it? And then like we weigh those two together. So for example, like you never need to build in the RPG map. And in fact, some places you can probably cheese very easily with building a ladder, something like that.
Yeah.
And there are ways we could prevent this. Like, I could go and place an area which would then, if the player tried to build, it would say the same message as you tried to build a spawn or Haldor, like a mysterious force prevents you.
Ooh.
So we
Nice,
could
yeah.
do that, but the cost of that is then every normal player who wants to make a campfire or a log to sit on or a cart, or they want to add a banner to decorate, something, or a sign so that they remember where this portal goes. We've ruined the experience for all of those players. So, that's an example of where we could have prevented this from happening, but like the cost is too high. But on the flip side, there are things, as JP alluded to, that are very easy for us to prevent. So if we don't want you to use a raft for a particular reason, it's just there cosmetically, we don't want you sailing off into the sunset, going in the wrong direction, we can just prevent you from interacting with it or give it 0 maximum speed, So there are a lot of tools at our disposal. One thing that we've done in the most recent final update, and I say we, but 99% of the work done on this bit was by 9byte. He has gone to all the areas which were more open worldy, and he's added some kind of barrier around the limits. So in a lot of places, this takes the form of just a solid wall of trees, because we did want people to explore a little bit off the side of the road, and we've got ruins that you would see naturally, but we've tweaked them and added our own loot and this kind of thing. But some players were anxious about doing it because how far do I go? How far do I know to explore?
Yeah.
Whereas now we've kind of got these more clearly defined borders, and people can easily see like, oh, well, I can only, I only have to go over there, and I'm exploring this new bit, and I'm not going to get too lost.
Oh, that's such a good one. Like, also having made like nothing on the level that you have, but have had the same issues as well making treasure hunts. People really don't really know how far they can go, and some people
Exactly.
really just go that far and then they die, and then they're like, how do I get back to my grave? And I'm like, how
Yeah,
did you
for
even
sure.
get there? Oh,
And
that's so cool.
yeah, we've only just figured out this good solution for it. So yeah, we've bumbled with this problem for a long time.
Oh, that's good to know.
So you're learning a lot about game design as well, if I understand this correctly.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
It's funny, the
volume
more you
of
build. Sorry,
Oh, did we lose you? Hello?
Klaus, right? That was you?
Yeah, it was Klaus.
Oh man. Technical oopsies.
Well, until
I'll
he comes
interject
back,
first.
I was just going to say,
Go on.
Yeah.
one of the things that's helped enormously is just the volume of people playing and the amount of feedback, because it helps us catch so many things that we would never have thought about. I mean, like Emma alludes to, there's people going to places you never imagined they would go, or interpreting something you said in a way you never imagined they would, and so they've gone to try and do something that you never even thought about. So fixing all those, it can sometimes just be the way a sentence is worded, but sometimes it gives us inspiration. Well, what if we do let them go that way and do this?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, that is, I love that. Oh my god, I have so many things I want to talk about. But Easy, I think you have another question as well.
I do, but this is already just blowing my mind because this opens up so many new possibilities. Just, I'll shelve it to fanboy over later. Let's have a little look. How do you approach the challenge of translating the pacing and visual language of a blockbuster film into the engine of a survival game? Like how? How do you start doing that?
So for like the Top Gun video, is that what you're alluding
Yeah.
to?
Yeah, that's a great example.
Well, I would say whether it's something like that or whether it's a build that I'm trying to do that's from something else, so like a Warhammer build or a Helldivers build, I always start with references. And people love to skip this step, and it's very tempting, especially when you know the source material very well, because it's easy for your brain to trick you into thinking you know exactly how something looks when you could be missing some key detail. So always references to start with, and then I use those references and try and boil it down to what are the key components, like what stuff can I take away and it still be the thing I first imagined. So it's almost like, who's that Pokemon? You know, you can tell it's Pikachu without any of the colors or features. But if you take away the tail, now it's not Pikachu. So that really helps me. Like, once I've figured that out, I can focus on what makes something iconic, what gives it that look and that feel. And it lets me put other things on the shelf. Maybe I'll do them, maybe I won't do them. Mm-hmm. They're not important. So for the like Top Gun video, I get to watch the Top Gun movie as a reference. Great. We're off to a fantastic start.
You get that. I love it.
You know, to take the intro sequence, orange sky and jet silhouettes. Like, I have to have those, right? I can't do the intro sequence without having those. That's like iconic. But I don't really have to have the right number of crew on the aircraft carrier. So I don't need extras for this project. I can film it myself and I'm not losing, you know, a whole lot. So I do a lot of that kind of visualization type stuff that helps me plan things out and not let things get too overwhelming, because it's very easy to just let everything flood in and you get lost with any big build.
Yeah. The chats also have been sharing the video, the Top Gun video, and we got a question about it from Astrid. How many hours you spent editing the video?
Oh, I don't know. That's tricky. I mean, the nice thing about that one, I mean, I love the editing process. And that one in particular, it doesn't have much voiceover or dialogue, so I don't have to listen to my own voice while editing, which, you know, everybody hates. So that makes it a lot easier to spend a lot of time working on a video.
You've also used animation in some of your videos, correct? I think the Forge one had the hammer swing and whatnot.
He's used Infinity Hammer.
Yeah, that's all the animation I do is with Infinity Hammer, which is not what it was supposed to be used for. But it's kind of something I had a bit of a brainwave one day. It was actually really long time ago. It was so long ago I don't remember. Maybe some of you were there, but there was at one point where 9byte, before he was even called 9byte, invited a whole bunch of creators into his Discord, into a private channel. And there was a little discussion in there, completely unrelated, and I just had this like little brainwave that like, hang on, I could make something move or like appear to move with Infinity Hammer. And yeah, I kind of got lost down a rabbit hole of experimenting, and yeah, the Top Gun video is pretty much my like final form of all the things I've learned how to do with the Infinity Hammer animation.
I had to watch
So
that
is
video
that-
twice.
How do you make it move?
So it's basically,
how do you do it?
It's stop motion, right? So you're just using Infinity Hammer to essentially spawn it in, remove it, move it, spawn it at a different angle, remove it, spawn it at a different angle, remove it, type thing, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So there's a few different variants of like how I need it to move and what the best thing I can do for it is. So for some examples, like if I just need the jet flying in a straight line, if you've used Infinity Hammer, you might know that you can like freeze something and then nudge it around with the arrow keys or page up or whatever. So what if you just nudged it with the arrow key really, really fast? It's suddenly heading in that direction. And that looks really janky at first, but if you open the console and instead of pressing the arrow key, you write out the actual command for it, which is like hammer move _x space 0.1, and then you put a tiny wait of 1 millisecond, and then you just copy paste that 100 times. Now it's really smooth. And that's version 1. So then I figured out how I could do smooth parabola flights, and then more complex stuff is done as Klaus suggested. Like if if I need something to happen that I can't achieve through hammer movement or rotation, I'm just rapidly deleting and respawning different things. Yeah, so there's a few different ways I've figured out how to like get things to move with Infinity Hammer. But unfortunately,
Wow.
it's only visible for like me doing it with the hammer, so it can never be something that's happening in the world for other people to see.
Yeah, it's not a preset animation you can do because of it.
Yeah.
But
Kind of like a real movie.
Yeah, like I
looks real,
remember just
but
having
it's
to watch
not
it
real.
twice because it just blew my mind that something in the game just moved in a way that I didn't think it could. Well, it can't, but it did. And once I was over that hump, I had to watch it again, which was not a punishment at all. I loved it.
I can imagine that work
Wow.
like that is also very tedious. And Klaus has another question on that as well, on like the other side of it.
Yeah.
Oh, so like when you pivot from standard survival gameplay to like a highly produced cinematic projects like the Top Gun, or my favorite actually is the hot tub video. That was fantastic. How do you manage the shift in audience expectations? I mean, and do you feel this type of content attracts a different kind of viewer than your typical build video watcher?
I think it does. It does and it doesn't. So there's definitely instances where my videos have like leaked outside of Valheim, let's say. So if I've done a Warhammer build, then part of the Warhammer community who might never have played Valheim, they get interested in seeing it, which is really cool.
That sounds
but
like
as far
heresy
as-
to me.
But as far as the Valheim audience, I think like Easy and Emma were saying, like people, even if they're not into Top Gun, let's say, they still appreciate seeing like, wow, you can move things in this game. And even if they're just a vanilla player, you know, they're interested in like, wow, our game can do this. Or the builders, even if they might not be interested in a Warhammer build, they'll still look at it and see like, oh, he's used a rotated workbench and it looks like this. You know, I can use that in my build to do something completely different but achieve the same kind of visual effect. So yeah, I think even though my videos are like kind of way outside of the box at times, fortunately I've found people who can still appreciate them and take joy in what Valheim's capable of.
And then what part of the content creation process do you enjoy the most?
Well, I do love the editing, particularly if I can sync music to the edits and do any kind of a cool sequence like that. That's definitely my favorite part. I do enjoy the filming as well. I love the free fly camera we have in Valheim. It's very versatile and we have a surprising amount of things we can do with it. So yeah, I love those parts of it. Obviously, as I said earlier, editing your own voice and that kind of thing is not so fun, but the more fun edits and particularly music sync stuff, yeah, I really love that.
Yeah, you've basically already touched on the subject, but yeah, is there a specific process that you follow in making a YouTube video? Like, what do you start with? What initiates the idea before you get started with all of the editing and voiceovers and that kind of stuff?
Generally everything I could say like comes back to one singular thing that I find is cool or I want to show. So an example would be the animation. After I figured out I could do this, I then had to think, okay, what's a cool way I can show this? Because if I just make a video saying like, hey guys, you can spin this with Infinity Hammer and it kind of looks cool, you know, no one's really interested in that. So yeah, there was a lot of thinking about like, how can I make this presentable? Or if it's a build video, my early ones were a lot of just kind of flying the camera around and just trying to do cool shots. But my later ones, as Klaus mentioned earlier, like the Forge of Souls one, I really tried to take a different approach and like base a story around the build so that I can fly the camera around it, but we're also there, you know, for another reason. We're exploring the story of this particular character and seeing how they've interacted with the build. So yeah, I always I often try and visualize the whole video in my mind before I even do anything, which is impossible. It never works out like that. But almost always, there's at least a couple of core ideas, like particularly cool shots or ways I could show something that make it in, and they become almost like the keystones of the video that I base everything else around.
Nice.
So,
You're going into that, GP, right?
yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by something.
You good?
So DhakhaR has a bunch of really, really cool YouTube videos. He's got this floating hot tub one, which was referenced earlier, and he's got some other things as well. Definitely check out his YouTube channel. He makes some interesting content.
Links in both chats?
Out of that content, DhakhaR, which YouTube video did you have the most fun making?
Ooh. Obviously the Top Gun one was very fun to make because it was very satisfying to like see all the pieces come together. And as I said, it was like all the different things that I'd learned, the different ways I'd figured out to animate stuff, I kind of got to use them all in that. So that was very fun to do. The RPG map video was really fun to do because that was like finally putting months of work into a video to show, and I got a very nice reception, which is always pleasing. But I actually do think it was the Forge of Souls video, because even though it's not got the most views, anywhere near the most views on my channel, I'm like very happy with how it turned out. I got to use like a song that I'd been wanting to use in a video for a long time and edit like a really cool trippy sequence to it. And in that sequence, I got to use and show a whole bunch of like cool Valheim visuals or tricks or whatever that I had absolutely no way of showing in any normal video, because they're just like wildly weird or, you know, insane looking. So it was the perfect place to put something like that. And yeah, it's just like, it's less than 6 minutes. It's just a really fun, like, Valheim mind screwing video.
And a cool build.
I just
Thank
linked
you.
it.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So, yeah, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. You touched on it a little bit earlier. I say a little bit a lot. You built on the amazing adventure map with 9byte here, who's also in chat on at least the YouTube side. So welcome in.
Hey.
Question here is though, what was it like managing the Discord or just the community around that map after it got released? Or even announced? Maybe there was a difference between the first video and the full announcement.
Well, the main difference came after Asmongold watched 9byte's first video. That wave of people joining was brutal. We were not prepared for that at all. We love it. It's amazing because, like I said earlier, we have so much feedback, so many questions, people interested and enthused about playing the map, and feedback of like, oh, we like this, but this is frustrating, or there's a bug here. It's just like, we couldn't have asked for anything better. But it's also, I'd be lying if I didn't say it was work, because there is always somebody asking a question, usually one that was answered literally just before them.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, yeah.
you know, and we've done as much work as we can to like make things easy to find, but it's tricky.
It's always juggling.
Yeah, for sure, and lots of scammers. Fortunately for
Oh,
me,
damn.
like 9byte's Discord is still over double mine, so he does bear the brunt of it. So props to him. But yeah, it's kind of wild. I never imagined the map would blow up like that.
It still blows my mind just looking back. The first video I saw about it, and recently you announced it was like done or sort of done, right?
Yeah, so we've actually still released a couple of like hot fixes to things people have found. Again, amazing feedback and stuff from everyone. But this was the like final content update that we wanted to do. It's we've went and improved like almost every location, solved all the frustrating problems that people had. As I said earlier, 9byte put all these barriers around the open world area so people aren't getting lost. We've addressed all these like misinterpretations and frustrations and put more loot in some places, and we've done everything we wanted to do. And
It feels finished.
I think it feels finished. Anything
Is the
else
build
we add at
truly
this
ever?
point? Yeah, that's the thing. Like both 9byte and I, you know, in probably a month from now, we're gonna have that like, we could add this to the map. But we have at some point we have to stop ourselves, and we both feel like at this point adding more is just more of the same. So
Yeah, correct.
we've both kind
I
of
think
said
you're right.
we don't want to commit to doing Deep North, because if there's not too much we can do that's different, we don't just want to do adventure map but cold.
Yeah, 'cause you already had like this big biome change when Ashlands released mid-development of that map, right?
Yeah, which did have a few problems, but we have since taken the precaution to everything that we did have in the Deep North, we've moved out of it into a like open mountain area, so that if we do need to go and do that, we're not going to have any problems.
Ooh, I see. Like you're adding a lot, and you also added a README file. I see Zeal in YouTube chat mentioning this, and to talk a bit about it,
I
DhakhaR.
was just about to ask, yeah.
Yeah,
He said, spoke about the README.
The reason.
I guess there's a story here. It sounds like there's a story.
it's
'cause
just
Zeal is saying that.
it starts out, you know, there's just a few things people need to know. You know, they need to know where to put the map, and maybe they.
Oh,
No,
oh no.
get out for me.
Need
Just
to know
a
a few
good
things about how to
part.
play, like start a new character.
DhakhaR?
and,
You
I'm
just
still here.
cut out
It's
for a
okay.
few seconds there.
oh, okay.
Yeah, just restart.
All the secrets.
Sure. Sorry, can you remind me of the question? I've lost my train of thought.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's
README file.
it's a,
Oh,
it's
the
about the
README,
README
sorry.
file. Anyone that programs
Yes.
knows about the README file, but rarely do people read it. But clearly you should in the playthrough.
Yeah, there's a lot of important information in there. And at some point it did become too much information because people were just getting lost and confused, and it was too long and they didn't read it. So we have since trimmed it down and made it much more easy to read and put the most important stuff at the top: where to put the map, what to do, what not to do, go and have fun. But yeah, all the information you could possibly ever need is in the README or in the Discord post where it's attached. So everything you need, I promise you it's there. People just need to go and look.
Yeah, but that's the biggest challenge of them all, isn't it?
Of course.
Like, just one additional little question. Like, what percentage would you say, like, you think people read the README file?
Oh, wow. I have
Oof.
no idea. A small one, but it's
Single
one of those
digits or
problems.
double digits?
At least 10,
I would really hope at least 10. Yeah, it's one of those problems where you only hear negative feedback. You only hear from the people that couldn't find where to put the map, or the only people that didn't understand this runestone. We never hear from the people that exactly understood what to do. So that's been a huge like hurdle to figure out when juggling feedback. But yeah, we tried to make things easy.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna course back to the topic the question that I should actually ask, because I've been asking some questions from chat and everything. But does Heim Divers have a specific Discord? You mentioned before about Discords, but is there a specific Discord, or is it the same place as maybe your own or 9bytes?
Yeah, it's in my Discord at the moment. It's got its own section labeled Heim Divers. It's just easier for me to manage that way. Perhaps when I am finished with like 1.0, I'll make its own Discord so that people can directly join that. But we'll see.
We'll share the link in both chats now, so people who want to play that can absolutely do that.
Awesome.
I don't know what's with this README. Zeal is adding on to it. Like, what is the mascot of the README? What is going on?
Did you enjoy reading
Oh.
README a lot? Like maybe.
Oh, okay. I know what he
This
means.
means.
So as you've seen, if you post like a text file in Discord, it only shows the very top of it, and you have to click expand.
Oh no.
So many people were missing the expand button that we then had to attach a photo of the expand button with like the soy jack face pointing at it.
Oh no.
Oh,
with a big red circle around it.
Oh, perfect.
No joke,
yeah.
this actually happened to me today. I was searching for the mini game To the Dreams, and on the Valheim wiki, there's actually a whole list of all the dreams. And I had just not clicked the expand button. Oh no, so I'm one of those people. Oh no.
So I missed the first Deep North spoilers as
It
well.
happens to all of us.
But JP, on to you with your question.
Yeah, go. Take it away.
So, DhakhaR, there's many people who look up to you a lot and respect what you do in the community. When it comes to joining your Discord and being part of the community and learning from these things, is there a certain kind of player or person that you think thrives in your particular community and would benefit from joining?
Those that like asking questions. Unfortunately, well, it's this double-edged sword, blessing and a curse, because the Discord's got quite large. It's almost intimidating, I think, for people to speak up. But I promise you, I don't bite, and I don't have like any secrets of how I'm doing things. Like, you can ask there, you can DM me if you need to. You can ask about whatever you want to know about, like building or filming or whatever it is. And the people that have done that, I'm sure there's a few in the chat right now, they know who they are. The people that have come and asked me questions, I've seen them develop like crazy skills in different directions. A few people have got really into modding, some people got really into EWP or building, and yeah, I've just seen them go on to make cooler and cooler things in the game.
So never be afraid to ask.
Exactly.
Yes, especially if you want to learn about Infinity Hammer or EWP or like using mathematics in those situations, like trigonometry and these kind of things. DhakhaR's really good at explaining that stuff, so definitely encourage you to ask him.
All right.
I will.
Oh. Klaus, do you have something burning in the back of your mind?
Oh, maybe.
Assuming we haven't lost Klaus.
Again.
He's in the. I can ask this question.
Yeah, go
Maybe
ahead.
he's in the bathroom or something. So, DhakhaR, what do you think makes Valheim communities different compared to communities in other games? And you mentioned playing a lot of other games, so I feel like you have a lot of experience to pull from.
Maybe, but I don't know if it's the most relevant, because I've not played like too many other survival type games. Like, I've not played Enshrouded. I've not played Windrose yet. So yeah, I'm not too sure how those communities are. But I will say, compared to a lot of the like competitive game communities I'm familiar with, yeah, Valheim is a much more chill place, and I think that's because there is, or there should at the very least not be, any friction between the most hardcore and the most casual players. So someone can be speedrunning to Ashlands in their own game, while someone else is building a cozy cottage in the meadows and making a whole chest full of serpent stew. You know, and those two players are not at odds with each other. Neither of them is breaking the game or ruining it for each other. And you do get this little bit of friction, I think, between the vanilla builders and the modded builders at times, but it's one of those where it's like, it doesn't need to be that way. It's just, it's almost we're looking for something to fight about. So yeah, I think exactly. Yeah.
Can of worms. I feel that. Let's quickly go to a chat question, actually.
Sure.
How do I pronounce the? I'm sorry if I butcher it. Georg-Chris? Anyway, is Valheim the only game you attempted such building projects? Because before you answer, you haven't played Windrose, but the building's quite good.
No.
Just saying.
Okay, good to hear.
Nice.
I mean, in my like spiritual Valheim prequel of Space Engineers, I did a lot of building in there. You'll be not shocked to find out it was mostly Warhammer 40k themed building. So yeah, that's probably the closest thing, because you can really like make whatever you want in that sort of game. But I do also enjoy like V-Rising and Satisfactory that have these like more simplified to some extent building elements. Maybe more so for V-Rising, like the Satisfactory building is actually quite good once you know what you're doing. So yeah, there are other games, but I've definitely not done anything on the scale of the stuff I've done in Valheim.
Maybe future prospects.
Maybe.
So, speaking on that, and again, I have to reach back, I think, to the adventure map, because that caused a big, I assume, right, a big change in things, together with your Top Gun video and stuff. Have you seen the dynamic of your community change in the past, let's say, 4 years?
For sure. I mean, yeah, just the volume of people that came in post adventure map release, which is awesome, to get this new wave of people. But as I alluded to earlier, it now kind of has this like intimidating big Discord feel, whereas Discords with only 50 people in them can feel like really cozy, and everyone's like super happy to chat and say good morning to each other. So there is that side of it, but it's a lot of the people who were there at the start are still around, which is really nice.
Oh, that's really cool.
And yeah, as I said, the people that come in and ask questions and start learning how to do things, I love to see that. It's cool seeing where people take it and put their own spin on things.
Definitely.
Nice. Oh, I can imagine. Now, what kind of feedback did you get a lot from the viewers that helped you improve the most? Since you got a lot of feedback, but what really helped you improve?
Wow. I mean, on one level, when people provide screenshots with their feedback, that's the best, because then we know exactly what you're talking about. Whereas some people will say, I'm at the tower. And as you might imagine, there are several places that we could interpret as being the tower in the map. So
it's broken.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are often difficult to interpret at times. Nimebot and I have definitely had some fun discussions where we're trying to figure out and place bets on where this person is or what they've been doing.
Wow.
So, yeah, that kind of feedback very helpful. But overall, what type of feedback? That's really hard to say.
Because there's the way to that they deliver the feedback, like you mentioned, but there's also specific things that may have triggered you to do something else differently.
Well, I think Nimebot mentioned in the latest video, you guys talk about loot and how people thought there wasn't enough loot, but you guys really had to make it more accessible for people to kind of guide them to where the loot actually is.
Yeah, so that's one thing that we've learned as well, which is experienced game designers will know this. Oftentimes it's not the feedback that people give, it's you have to figure out what's causing them to give that feedback. Because exactly like you said, we do have plenty of loot in the map, but a lot of it is quite well hidden. You really have to explore or look for it. So if you're not really looking for it, you can breeze by and be like, where the hell is all the loot?
Yes.
And that might not be because you're not a curious player. It might be because we've not encouraged you to go and explore. Like I was saying earlier with the tree walls, if we're not like clearly indicating with something that is not normally something you would see in Valheim, then why would you leave the road to go and look at something over there? So it's really reinterpreting a lot of the feedback that people give to solve it in the right way. Because if we just went and added more loot everywhere, well, now suddenly there's crazy amounts of loot. The people that want to find absolutely everything are going to take 50 hours to even leave the meadows. So yeah, it's feedback's always an interesting thing.
Sorry, Emma, your loot goblin ways came to mind.
Me, Loot Goblin, I would never.
Never. But that's a very good point. Yeah. Gotta balance that.
So
I totally agree. It's something that we've noticed, as I mentioned before. We also make treasure hunts, and we really like hiding things a lot. And I can imagine for you as well. And then people are like, I should be able to find, I don't know, a feather cape somewhere. And then they're like, I can't find a feather cape. And we're like, we hid it in 3 different locations.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just as simple as putting like a unique object that isn't anywhere else in a particular place to just draw their attention in that direction. You know, maybe it's a glowing mushroom and there's no other glowing mushrooms around. So they go, oh, why is that over there? And then suddenly from there, they can more easily see, oh, there's a little wedge between those rocks. I wonder what's through there, or something along those lines.
This looks off. Let's check.
We ran into a similar issue when we did a Halloween adventure map. I think a few of us here participated in it, but when building for it, like we tried to hide loot around it, but then when watching the live stream, I was shocked by how many people just walked right by without ever being like, oh, what's in this? What's over here? And I was just like, you know what? We have to design this better next time. We really have to spell it out a little bit more.
Yeah,
I'm so excited
it's so
already.
funny. We all make the same mistakes at the start. It's so funny.
Like you think you put the biggest sign, but no, it's not big enough yet.
No, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and I think that's what the expand button as well. I saw some pictures that Zio posted in Discord as well. I sadly have to say that I'm definitely one of those people that needs that. I don't do it on purpose, I swear. But yeah, like it's sometimes so incredibly obvious. You add signs, you add little hints, you add like you can add anything, and people can still miss it or walk past it. And that's, in my opinion, also part of the beauty of making these maps. And those are fun tweaks you can make as well, because you join in that journey a little bit as well. You can see where people might go a different turn or do certain things. And and as Klaus also says, like, oh yeah, okay, we can make some tweaks here for the next time. I already heard like, oh, there's again plans for the new Halloween map as well. And I'm like, oh, I'm already excited to see and to find more secrets and be more on the lookout for secrets as well, because you never really know how far you can go as well. Like, is this just a carpet, you know, or is it not?
One way to find out.
I guess just having everybody understand and on the same page is a challenge for you in and of itself. And I think that's quite fun to try. JP.
Yeah, let's go to JP's question. Really wonder.
So I'll add something. There's something called a rule. You can follow a rule of 3 or maybe a rule of 9 if you have the time. And so the idea is that anytime you do something, you have to assume that the players are going to miss it. So if you do something once, most people will miss it. If you do it in 2 different ways, less people will miss it. If you do it in 3 different ways, that's good, but ideally there's like 9 different ways. It's like exponential, right? And so I heard that once, and it's something that I practiced in Enigma, and it helps a lot if you just understand that, like, everybody's different. As Emma mentioned, she has trouble with these things. I'm also like that. I'm like very stupid when I first start doing something. I can't understand it. I ask really basic rudimentary questions. It overwhelms me. But then once I've done it for a while, I can learn pretty quickly. Other people tend to be smarter when they start. You know, everyone's different. So you sort of have to keep that in mind. And when you're designing a map or a game or even a building, you have to kind of think of like, okay, most people's eyes are going to go here, but sometimes their eyes will go somewhere else because of, you know, their unique circumstance or whatever. So speaking of people viewing things, DhakhaR, we were talking about feedback. And you've made YouTube videos a bunch. So has there ever been a time where someone in your community or on YouTube has pushed you to try to do something and you did it, but you wouldn't have normally done it? And could you tell us more about that, if it happened? I guess it's not so much something that you wouldn't have done. It's like when your community suggested something and maybe you didn't necessarily feel interested, but you did it because they suggested it and you were, you know, something happened. That's kind of what I'm going for.
Did you go out of your way, out of your comfort zone to do a thing that everybody wanted?
Not really with videos. I've always been of the mindset that if I make the videos that I want to make, it's going to attract an audience that likes what I make, and then I can make what I want to make. You know, it sounds dumb, but it's very easy to fall into a trap of trying to make something your audience wants, and if that's not really what you want to be doing, but it does well and people like it, well, now you're kind of in this difficult situation of feeling obliged to do something that you're not like 100% have your heart behind. So yeah, I've always tried to make things as I want to make them, and then hopefully people enjoy them. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't, but that gives me a really good gauge of the things I do that people do like, and I can do more of those.
It's a great way to look at it.
That makes a lot of sense given your style as well. Because you put a lot of effort into individual videos, so you have to enjoy that process to be able to do it for dozens of hours or however long it takes. So if you don't enjoy that for your own reasons, then like you're just not going to want to finish the video, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think anyone's tried to like push me too far outside like what I would want to do. I mean, the only thing that really comes to mind was on one of the first Warhammer builds I made. It might even have been the first video. I think it was. So I built a Emperor class Titan, which is like a 100+ meter tall robot mech type thing from Warhammer. And a guy in the comments called Advo, who I got talking to and became friends with, he sort of jokingly said like, okay, now build, I can't remember what he said, but it was like a spaceship basically from Warhammer, and they're like 8 kilometers long in the lore and this kind of thing. So, you know, it's like Star Destroyer level type thing. So I was talking to him, and at the time I was like, it's just not possible. It's going to be so many instances. Oh, I know. Of course I know what it was. He asked me to build the Phalanx, which is this like circular moon-sized ship from Warhammer. So yeah, at the time I calculated it, and I was like, it's just too big. It's going to be like way too many instances than the game can handle. Anyway, fast forward like 2 years, and I built it. That was
right.
And I've still not made a video about it, but because it is like 110,000 instances, 5 FPS if it's still all in view.
5 is a lot.
I can't even place it anymore. I use this blueprint he's talking about as like a stress testing thing to test things because of how intense it is, and yeah, it's hard to work with. So I see why it's hard to make a video about it. Maybe
last time I tried to put it on my hammer, my game just crashed, and I haven't tried since.
Yikes!
But a guy JP and I know very well, Fire, he's been working on some absolute wizardry tech. And
I was gonna say he might be able to help with that.
Yeah, he's made it into like a single piece.
Yeah, he already did.
Like 56 pieces. And he can have like 3 of them spawned in, and he's still getting 45 frames a second. So yeah,
that's going to be a game changer when he rolls that out for the public, if that ever happens.
So I think your next question, Klaus, would roll into the creating content bit of we just talked about.
Well, I don't want to commit heresy and ask this question personally, because we know the answer, and the question is, what kind of content do your viewers seem to love most? And obviously, it has to be Warhammer, and I would not say otherwise.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh.
Like I have tried, you know, I've done Warhammer builds. I have done a Warcraft build. I did Deathwing. I've done obviously Helldivers stuff.
Metal Gear Rex was pretty awesome.
And Metal Gear, yeah. So I think people have a general understanding of the kind of like nerdy sci-fi stuff I'm into. Sorry, almost let one rip there.
Ooh.
But yeah, so I don't know what I mean. People like having their mind blown, which sometimes, fortunately, my videos do, whether through showing something cool or some fancy edit or some building technique. So yeah, people love that. They love to see what Valheim can do when you kind of push it beyond where it's meant to be.
Yeah, and I also think that my next question has already been answered, because it was original question, like what content do you enjoy making the most, but we've discussed how you make content already that you want to make instead of catering to
all his
the
content.
potential masses, right?
I love my children equally.
But this one more equally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, I enjoyed making all the videos I've made. I mean, as I said earlier, I do really enjoy the editing part, and anytime I can do like music synced editing, I absolutely love it. So we did the trailers with JP earlier for Val-Con. We did the Hype Week trailers, so doing that kind of stuff, I absolutely love. No dialogue to worry about, just a minute or so of cool editing and showing cool shots. So that's my absolute most fun to make. And if I can do that and package it up in a nice like 10-minute-ish video, then I'm happy.
That sounds like the perfect thing to do. And
Are we getting a new video anytime soon?
Sorry?
Yeah, I know it has been a while. I am aware.
Not that you haven't been busy or anything.
DhakhaR
Yeah,
still hasn't officially published anything about Heim Divers.
Yeah,
I don't
that
right,
will be the
DhakhaR.
next
You haven't put
video.
anything on your own channel,
No.
right?
No, the YouTube only audience know nothing about Heim Divers. It's only the people in my Discord or the ones that are like active in these wider communities
my
that know
audience.
about it. So
Oh my.
yeah.
Well, there's some
So
cool
yeah,
links
that
in the
will
YouTube
be
channel.
the next video, but I'm still struggling with I'm still in pre-production, let's say. Like I'm always going back and forth for how I'm going to present the video. Something maybe I should have mentioned earlier is like when I do these crossover type builds, Warhammer type builds, or the Top Gun video, I'm always very conscious at the start about how does this look from a person who has no idea what Valheim is. How does it look from a person who only knows what Valheim is and doesn't know about Warhammer? And I have to make the intro at least very palatable for both audiences. Like if I start talking about Corewood and Iron Beams in the first 5 seconds, all the people who have never played Valheim are clicking off immediately. You know, they're
Yeah.
already lost. So yeah, I try and take note of that.
All right.
Yeah.
That is good. We could.
Okay.
Yeah, Emma, take it away.
Oh yeah, I was gonna move on. We just finished the more community Valheim content creator section, so we now have a couple of rapid fire questions, as we like to call them, with just more lighthearted questions for you. So let's just dive right into them, and afterwards we can do the mini game. Today it is based on the dreams. My brain cells are melting, so that's just a little side effect you heard there. Okay, what was the first building you ever made in Valheim?
Yeah, as I said earlier, it was a featureless, uninteresting square wooden box. And yeah, then the second project was much more ambitious, but the first like real build of that second project I did was like a longhouse. I made like a fancy custom floor in it, and I had all my little things in there that a newbie Valheim player needs. Their workbenches in their own little separate compartments, and forges and smelters and all that good stuff.
Nice.
All right.
All right. So if you had to choose between EWP or or Infinity Hammer,
No,
which one would you pick?
Which one is your favorite child?
that's the
Lighthearted
worst question I've
questions.
ever been asked.
Lighthearted.
Wow. I think I would get frustrated
love.
trying to use EWP without Infinity Hammer, whereas I think I can confidently use Infinity Hammer without EWP. So I would keep Infinity Hammer, even though I would say EWP is my more favorite at the moment.
All right.
What's your favorite area on the adventure map?
Oh, wow.
These aren't
These
lighthearted at
questions
all.
are intense.
I mean, right now it might be one of the places that we just added that I definitely don't want to spoil. But it's where you go after
Yeah,
you
so go
beat
check it
Vader.
out. You guys gotta go check it
So
out.
yeah,
See
you just
what
gotta beat the whole game,
Go have a
get the
look.
whole way through the game, kill Vader, and then you're gonna know what my favorite build is. Gotta be worth it.
It's only 70
Ooh.
hours in.
Oh, there's nothing. Go ahead. Join his Discord. Get on that. Oh, that's me, right? So,
Yes.
one item you always carry in Valheim. What is that? Well, back when you played the game.
We're just now. We
now-
all know what it is.
Now.
Nowadays it's a hammer.
Yeah.
No surprise.
Yeah, exactly. I won.
Yeah, you did win. What would it
I get all the
something
money.
else in normal? I mean, even when I played vanilla Valheim, I was a builder. Always had my hammer.
All right.
And especially once I got to the swamp, always had my hoe. You know, if you've leveled an entire swamp, you know.
You can't go without the
Oh
hoe.
my god. Oh my goodness. Okay, next question. Your favorite boss fight?
Bit embarrassed to say I've never legitimately fought the Queen or Vader.
Understandable. There's many other people.
Be your favorite.
I mean, the Moda fight is really cool. Having a boss that takes off and flies around but also lands, like, that's the
It
only
is.
creature in Valheim that does. Oh no, I guess the Seekers technically do that, but not really the same.
No.
But yeah, that's cool.
No.
Yeah. Motor
They
is
kind of
really
jump
popular.
extendedly.
Hmm.
All right, next question.
Okay, so what is one RPC call that you want Iron Gate to add to Valheim?
Oh,
Another hard question too. Oh my god.
yeah, that is super hard. One that feels
felt-
like it should 100% be there is the, like, attached to chair or attached to mast. Like, if I could auto-attach people to something, oh my goodness, the amount of new things we could
Oh
do.
no. I know.
That would be really cool. So yeah, Valheim employees out there who are listening, you've heard me. Give us chair attach.
And clear status. We want clear status. I was
Oh
hoping
yes,
it's
clear stat. I
status.
mean, we
Both.
have the status RPC. We just need like a clear or a none. Like
Exactly. Yeah,
capability adding to
we
it.
just need a way to
Yeah.
clear them.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
also be super good.
All
My
right.
That
favorite
was-
building material.
Ooh, I've got to say black marble. I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's got the biggest piece. It's got the black marble large floor, the like 16 block one, which when you're doing massive builds, sometimes that is just, you know, it saves you thousands of instances if you need to make like a big flat surface that you're then going to add like more detail onto. So good. And it gives us angled pieces that we have nowhere else. You know, those like tall... I don't know the
True.
vanilla names of anything. It's black marble
the
out
slopes.
_2. You know, I don't know what it's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
called.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
So-
And the circular column pieces. Yeah, they're really cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
So talking about those fields again, nothing to do with farming. Those, let's call it data fields, right? Which is the coolest field in data for you?
Ooh.
I'm guessing the one with the most possibilities, the most things in the field.
Easy question.
Yeah,
Sam.
well, I mean, that if it was that, it would definitely be like some of the more text-based ones, you know, being able to change a creature's name or the name of a chest. Like, changing the name of a chest, we've figured out some cool stuff you can do with that isn't just the chest has a different name. So something as simple as that can actually give you a lot of cool game mechanics. Like, we can indicate you need to put something in this slot and something different in this slot just by manipulating the name. So that's really cool.
Crap.
So yeah, I I don't know. Oh, craft a name, yeah, very, very handy. Yeah, so I think I would have to go with, I don't know which one specifically I choose, but anyone that has a text field that you can mess with, because that does, like you say, open up a lot of possibilities.
All right.
Okay, and what is your favorite armor set?
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the initial item mage set, the one from Mistlands, the red one, purely because that was the base inspiration for the full like tech priest outfit that Shawson made for me. He made a mod of a tech priest outfit that I sometimes use for my videos. Yeah,
that's
I'm really
what I think
happy
of.
with. He did an awesome job.
I think of you when, like that's you.
The red outfit
priest
is me.
thing with the weird twirly thing behind it. I've never seen most of the things that have inspired you, so I don't know much about Warhammer. I've never played Helldivers, but I really enjoy watching the content, and I think that means that you're doing something right, because I don't know about these things, and it's like what you mentioned earlier, right? You have to be able to communicate to people who might not understand what your original inspiration is, but that doesn't mean they can't benefit from it, right? So, what's your favorite weapon?
Ooh. More recently, I mean, like, I have to admit, I'm not playing the game, so this is purely from like a having fun kind of metric. When I did play the game, I have to say I'm boring. I was a sword user. Not exciting at all. But as I was going to say, I've been more interested in the spear more recently. I've learned to appreciate how useful the spear can be, let's say.
All right, last one. Best faction in Warhammer.
Oh, I mean, Adeptus Mechanicus. That's the easiest question of the whole interview.
Yeah, that was an immediate answer.
I didn't understand anything about that.
So what is Adeptus Mechanicus?
That's where my logo inspiration comes from. That's where tech priests are from. They are the people in Warhammer that build all the stuff. They are the engineers. They are the priests of tech. And it's wacky in Warhammer. You have to understand this is like a super technologically advanced civilization 10,000 years ago that have since forgotten how most of it works and instead have this like religious take on things. So if we want the machine to run, we're praying to it. We are praising the Omnissiah. We are burning holy incense and rubbing oil on our robes. So yeah, I just think that they're super fun and wacky, and it served as like a fun I'm a builder thing for Valheim. So it kind of it married quite nicely, I hope.
I can see that.
Nice.
love
Okay,
that
well
lore.
that concludes the lore, all of these actual like really masterpiece lighthearted questions, as we like to call them.
The rapid fire
But
round.
now, yeah, the rapid fire round always takes so
This
much
is heavy duty
longer.
rapid fire.
Even during Val-Con with the developers, were like rapid fire questions, and
It takes double the amount of time as the normal question.
We
Yeah.
ask the
But-
same questions, but we're more stressful
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But for now, haha, stressful. Talking about stressful, we're gonna test your knowledge as someone that clearly has done a lot of normal gameplay. We're gonna test your knowledge on dreams in Valheim. Now, this is just you won't be my brain is fried, but I will not tell you like, oh, you need to get so many points. This is just a little bit something for fun. There's gonna be 10 dreams that I'm gonna go over, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are not really dreams you get in Valheim. I
Great.
tried to make it as easy as possible.
And chat can
Or-
also
well-
participate, right?
Yes, it is a fun little mini game to, it's also fun, in my opinion, to get to know some more lore of the game, because as you might have noticed, I quite often don't really read what I'm supposed to read, expand and, all of that kind of stuff. Dyslexia doesn't help, but oh well. But this actually does sometimes make you more aware of some of the lore in Valheim as well. So we're gonna do dreams or... What was it, Easy? Dreams or doo-doo?
Dreams or doo-doo.
We have had Boss or Fluke before. We've had Rookie or Rocky, and we've had Fish or Fluke. Those were all kind of games where we did, like, is this something that Rockies or Fish actually say in the game, or is this something that I have made up, kind of twisting the words a little bit? So let's just get started, because they're dreams, so they're usually a little bit more lengthy. But yeah, I hope you enjoy listening to my melting bittersweet voice going over these. Okay, the first one. You are in a world where rivers run downhill, with barren shoots turning up into the sky. Is this a real dream you get in Valheim, or is this something that this little potato made up? And you can write it down, or you can just... Writing it down is the best way to remember. And let's go over to the second maybe dream, maybe something I made up. You dream of a great tree reaching out through the sky. One half of its branches crackle with flames. The other are green with leaves. Is this a dream or a doo-doo?
Chat can just type along either on notepads or in chat. Though keep in mind, maybe you'll spoil the answer for other people. But play along.
Oh yeah, wait until the end to, like, if you really want to post your results, you can always say like, oh, I got this many right or something like that. It's you know, just for funsies. Okay, next one, number 3. In your dream, you sit beside a fire in a great hall, surrounded by chatter of familiar voices. Their faces blur like smoke, and their names slip your mind, but the warmth of their memory lingers. Some sound effects in there as well. Okay, then we have number 4. Once again, you run behind your warriors, the weight of your father's shield on your back. You wake up with a terrified cry on your lips. Is this a dream or a doo-doo?
You're very sneaky with these ones, so listen well, everybody.
I knew you would be making a comment like that.
That means that was fake, right?
I'm not saying anything.
No. Not necessarily.
I learned in school that's how you pass a test. You gotta know the test and listen easy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go. Number 5. You dream. You walk. Wait, no. Melting brain. Meep morp. You dream you are walking in a snowy wood when you come upon a naked child sitting against a tree with its eyes closed, but his chest is moving to breathe. As you kneel beside him, you know he has been sleeping there for centuries, waiting for you. When you touch his shoulder, you both awaken. Dream or doo-doo?
Number 6.
Number 6. Sleep is a river, and dreams are like live fish. You wake up in the morning with your net filled with fish. Number 7. This is a real cool one. I had never seen this one before. You dream that you are flying over mountaintops. All of Valheim spread out below you as you wheel and dive in the cold air. A great shape soars up past you and blocks the sun. In the darkness it speaks, "Seek me." In a chamber hung with golden drapes, you kneel before the throne of a veiled king. Sleep is but a mask, he tells you. Lifting the veil slowly, you wake up screaming. Now, did I change things? Or is this a dream that you have actually had? Doom, doom, doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because yes, every single one of the dreams is like, it's tweaked. I had never made up something completely. It's always tweaks that I make to the dream. Number 8. You fall into a deep slumber and dream only of Rockies. Number 9. You dream of eating roast hog at a feast. It is a simple and delicious meal. If only all dreams could be like this. Then we have number 10. Dark-eyed Loki approaches you in your dream and gifts you a ring for each hand. He tells you that as long as they stay on your fingers, you will never hear an insulting word again. You wake with your fingers in your ears.
All right.
And there we go. That's all of them.
Well done so far. I'm really curious
Those are the best.
at which ones that I have correct and which ones I have wrong.
I always
How
get
many
most
did you
of
say
them
you made
wrong.
up?
What was that?
Sorry, how many did you say you made up?
I made up 4 of them.
Okay, well, I have 4.
Mhm.
Oh.
Well,
Well
I
then.
failed.
Uh,
I don't play this game normally, so I haven't seen a dream in God knows how long.
and
I was
specifically-
going to say, even when I actually played the game, I rarely used the sleep function. I would just go and do stuff around my base
Right,
at night.
yeah.
I was like, why do I don't need to see. So if I get even more than random chance here, I will be shocked.
So
Yeah,
I-
and that's the thing.
I should know
Someone
them.
else in chat mentions it as well. Like, I never really read them, and to be honest, me neither. And this has been fun for me to get to know a lot of these a lot more as well, because there have been dreams that I had never really gotten before. And I'm gonna give a little tidbit about this before we go over the results. But in between bosses, there is a 10% chance that you get a very specific boss dream. I didn't even know that this was a thing.
Mhm.
And you have like specific dreams that you can only get at certain stages of the game as you have defeated, just like events. Like you have events that only happen as you are progressing through the game, and they stop the moment you defeat a new boss. And the dreams are like that too. There are certain dreams that you can only get when you are in between certain bosses. And that's what
That's
one
cool.
of
I
the
thought it was
dreams
just random.
earlier was. Right? I thought it was so cool. So let's go over them. Or Easy, you go.
Yeah, to hook into JP, they are random to a certain degree, but they're also structured based on boss keys and boss fights. Also to a small degree, like Emma said.
Yes, like
Yeah,
the
that
boss
makes sense.
stones, for example, they have like a 10% chance. It's all on the Valheim wiki where I got this information, by the way. So most of the dreams that I've tried to focus on, the dreams that most people get the most, they're like 50% chance that you get such a dream. And then the boss dreams, for example, have a 10% chance of happening, apparently. I didn't know this. I read about this today and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. I always love finding things out about this game. Even after 6k hours in the game, there's like, what? I never knew about this. So let's go over them. We have number 1. You are in a world where rivers run downhill with barren chutes turning upward into the sky. What do the hosts and the guests think?
That
Well,
was the first one.
rivers running downhill in Valheim?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fake
fake,
news. That can't be real.
Fake news.
I say fake.
It is indeed a doo-doo. The original dream is you dream of a river running uphill, of
Uh-huh.
green shoots turning downward into the earth.
Well, we don't have that either, but
Mhm.
Yet. I don't know.
Oh, so yeah, Easy was definitely. I thought like Easy is actually one of the people that actually reads dreams during his stream. So I knew that he was gonna have a good idea of some of the shenanigans I was pulling off today.
the Dream Master.
But I'm also worried because you said you
We were-
have 4 fake ones, and I definitely have more than that. So.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, like, good thing we were so subtle about it earlier. Okay, number 2. You dream of a great tree reaching out through the night. Half of its branches crackle with flames. The others are green with leaves. What do the hosts and the guests think?
Real.
That sounded familiar.
I say real.
Yeah, I went with real. It sounded cool to me.
Yes, it is indeed a real one. And it's one of the ones you get like 50% chance. I was like, okay, like even I recognize this one. It should be a good one. Okay, number 3. In your dream, you sit beside a fire in a great hall, surrounded by chatter of familiar voices. Their faces blur like smoke and their names slip your mind, but the warmth of their memory lingers. What do you think?
I'm gonna say real.
I thought this
It
was
also
real.
sounded
It sounded
familiar.
familiar to me. Yeah.
We all got
Yes,
real.
it is indeed a real one.
Hey. Nice.
Nice. Then we have number 4. Once again, you run behind your warriors, the weight of your father's shield on your back. You wake up with a terrified cry on your lips. Real or fake?
Nah, fake. Fake roadie. It's the weight of your
But it's
father's
not
axe
sure.
in hand and a war cry on your lips.
This
the
one I
real.
wasn't sure about, and it's one that I changed when you said that you had 4 made-up ones, and I did change it to made-up. I had too many reels, so I lucked out there.
You went. I checked A too many times. This can't be right.
Yeah.
But it is indeed, as Easy says, ding 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 ding. Once again, you run at the head of your warriors with the weight of your father's axe in your hand, and you wake up with a war cry on your lips. Yeah, woo. There we go. Number 5. You dream you are walking in a snowy wood when you come upon a naked child sitting against a tree with his eyes closed, but his chest is moving to breathe. As you kneel beside him, you know he has been sleeping there for centuries, waiting for you. When you touch his shoulder, you both awaken. What do you think?
Real.
I think it's real because that one creeped me out. Or it's.
It's a bit of an awkward one on stream.
I remember that one.
Yeah, Easy calls this the little boy dream.
I shouldn't, and that's not what I want to tell people about it.
That's hilarious.
Have you had the little boy dream?
Oh no.
Let's let's go back to this is indeed a real dream, and it's the dream about the winter child. There have been hints about the winter child in the Ashlands as well. And for the people that don't know about Slackaby, he is someone on YouTube that makes videos about the lore in Valheim, and he also talks about the winter child because he, from the lore, corrupted father into the state that he is in right now, which is like a really cool thing I didn't know about. So shout out to Slackaby for his awesome video explaining some more of the lore in Valheim, because, well, I don't read, so I listen to the video. So there we go. Really interesting dream that they added kind of a hint towards the deep north already. I really interesting one. Now we have number 6. Sleep is a river and dreams are like live fish. You wake in the morning with your net filled with fish. Dream or doo-doo?
That's a doo-doo if I've ever smelled one.
Yeah,
It's empty.
Indeed. Sleep is like
I
a
remember because
river.
it contradicts itself. The dream doesn't
Exactly.
make sense.
I didn't even see
In
that.
the morning, your net is empty, is usually the dream. But
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? Yeah, no. We will wake up with a net filled with fish today.
Valheim is not generous. We didn't
This
fall for that one.
statistically means that the next one I have a 50% chance on getting right.
Oh, okay. The next one is
Be
number
with you.
7. Whew, okay, this is a long one. Let me prepare my melted
Settle
brain
in.
a little bit.
Breathe.
You dream that you are flying over mountaintops. All of Valheim spreads out below you as you wheel and dive in the cold air. A great shape soars up past you to block the sun. In the darkness it speaks. Seek me. In a chamber hung with golden drapes, you kneel before the throne of a veiled king. Sleep is but a mask, he tells you, lifting the veil slowly, you screaming.
I thought it was too long.
I thought it was too long too,
That's
but
what she
knowing
said.
about the
Hey.
boss fact, I'm gonna change mine to real on that one.
Yes,
I
indeed.
thought
It
it
is
was
a real
true.
one.
That's my first
Oh,
mistake.
it was you. Yes. Haha.
Yes,
I knew
it
about the
was
flying
indeed.
and about
Yeah.
like it was so familiar, but yet like it's so rare as well. I definitely know I read it once, but this is my first
Emma
error.
gave it away because she said, "Oh, I didn't know about this one," and I was like, she's either being next level tricky and saying that, or she just revealed that it is a dream."
Yeah. I also instantly wrote down real at that point, but then she said I didn't make any of them up. I just changed things. So I was like, damn. Metagame failed.
I'm not a very good actor, just throwing that out there. But this is. I'm not sure if anyone can guess which one it is that you think it might be. Oh, sorry about that. You saw me open my my wiki.
I mean, I would think it's
Did we?
referring to Moda, right?
It was, but it wasn't anything bad. I just opened the wiki to the dreams on stream. I saw it pop up for a second, but
all right.
you can check out all of the dreams on the Valheim wiki. And I was just going to check, because who do you think is the boss that this dream belongs to?
Ooh, bonus questions.
No guesses.
Is it
Oh.
Yag?
You mean,
Or is it
question
after
7
you
still?
beat Moda?
Oh goodness! I just realized I did a potato mistake. I combined two dreams together.
I was gonna say like, huh?
It happens.
I
Hang
just
on.
realized. Come on, I'm a potato. I gotta add at least one little potato. Well, maybe okay.
So you
I'll
were
call it
right
little.
easy.
It's
Right?
it's maybe two dreams both together. And come on, I mean we can take a guess, which it could be. The first part, you dream that you're flying over the mountaintops.
That's mooded, I would say.
Yeah, that's gotta be motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it specifically, but I like the seek me is usually the end to the boss streams. It's like the seek me, it speaks to you, and I'm pretty sure that this one is about motor. It doesn't specify it, but it's after bone mass that it unlocks. And then we have the second part in the chamber hung with golden drapes, and you wake up screaming as you see its face, and it's after motor.
So it must be Yag.
Right.
Yes,
Of
it
course.
is Yag.
So if you would have stopped
There we go.
after seek him or seek me, I would have completely had a different answer to that. I was like, what?
Okay.
I'll take the L though.
It's that was of course a nice little. It was to test all of you.
Huh?
It was all a test, everyone.
It's all planned.
Don't forget to like the video. I didn't distract you with that at all. But be sure to do like and follow if you're doing those kinds of shenanigans. We are moving on to dream number 8. No more potato mistakes, I swear.
All right.
You fall into a deep slumber and dream only of Rockies. Is this a dream or a doo-doo?
Made up, I said.
I think it's fake.
I thought so too, but in a way that maybe I doubt.
No, wait. I'm gonna before
I
you say
feel
anything,
like it wouldn't call
I'm
them
changing to real.
Rockies, but I'm fully guess.
I'm changing the real.
guessing.
It
Rocky
is-
humor, it's fitting.
It's a doo-doo. I also love Rocky.
No. I had fake before. Well then, all right.
The
real
original, the
line?
real dream is you fall into a deep well of sleep
I
and
knew
dream
it.
only of darkness.
I knew it. 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 Go with your guts. Go with your guts. All right.
Which means that the final two are true dreams. You dream of eating a roast hog at a feast is a real dream.
Oh no.
And the dark-eyed Loki approaches you in your dream and gives you a ring for each hand. He tells you that as long as they stay on your fingers, you will only hear you will never hear an insulting word again. You wake up with your fingers in your ears. I had never seen that
Very
one
clever.
before
I've seen
either.
that one. But
I
like,
liked the
That is
dream,
cool.
so I said real. But I didn't recognize it.
because most of those dreams, except for the boss keys ones, are mostly RNG, I feel. I haven't actually looked at the code. I don't know for sure. They feel really RNG-y. I've never heard the one about the feast. Ever.
Oh yeah, no, me neither. The roast hog as well was new
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah,
Like
that
if
one.
only all dreams could be like this. But then again, I don't really read my dreams anyway. So, but Easy actually does. So if you say that, you know.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I can
But there you
confirm.
go. That was the mini game for this week, and thank you so much for joining.
All right, I see Astrid here in chat got 7 right. Shenanigans, what
Nice.
did you get? Type your scores,
Yeah,
folks.
Give yourself a little bonus point because of my potatoiness. Okay, if you got that one wrong, like you can have it. That was a little potato there, you know.
Oh, that
I
changes
gotta
everything.
stay on brand. Very important
Both-
that I stay on brand.
Both dreams were true, but them together was not. So everybody was right.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I love the logic.
Mhm.
So if this was an exam, I would have passed because I had 7 right as well, but including the mix up now, if you say you can take the point, then I'm 8 out of 10.
Honestly, if I was a teacher, people could bribe me with so easily with snacks. So
Good thing, good to know. Write it down, folks, everyone.
ice cream, frosted cakes, like you know what I like. I'm a sweet tooth, so yeah.
Maybe some.
Everyone gets a 10 out of 10. But there we go with the game. I hope peeps enjoyed, and yeah, let us know in the comments as well if you're watching on YouTube later how well you did, or maybe how bad you did, because you're not alone. Honestly, these dreams, who reads them? I have definitely enjoyed looking at the Valheim wiki on all of these dreams. There are some interesting ones in there, and if you want to get some little tidbits on the Deep North, the Winter Child is clearly something like a storyline that you might run into in the Deep North as well. So yeah, that
Yep.
brings us to you, Easy.
Indeed. First, I do want to say, just like Miss Guys Potato on YouTube just said, I love these mini games. They are
Aw.
amazing.
Thank you.
And I can imagine that a lot of people playing Valheim just either ignore the night completely and just play through the night, or just, you're sleeping, you're not paying attention. It's a lot of text you're not reading. And there's a lot of lore actually that could be figured out from reading these things. If you're interested and have never actually read a dream, highly recommend you do so, because they're also written beautifully, in my opinion. So
yes, absolutely.
we have kind of reached the very, very near end of this lovely podcast with Mr. DhakhaR over here. So
We have some final questions
do.
though.
exactly. So the final question for people who weren't following you on YouTube yet and definitely should do right now: what is your main focus at the moment? What can people look forward to?
Well, someday soon I will make another video for those on YouTube. But that is contingent on me continuing to work on my current project, which is Heim Divers. So yeah, if anyone wants to get involved with that or play test it, however you want to get involved, head over to my Discord. You'll find all the stuff there. You can ask questions, find some other people to play with, and yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I'm finishing that off. I've got a couple of biomes to work on and a couple more locations I want to add. and then yeah, I'll be close to getting that done.
All right, that's good stuff. Just put the links to your YouTube and the Discord in both of our chats right here, so people have no excuse not to check it out now.
Yeah, click it. It's free. Come on, how many things are still free in this day and age? Just click that button. You won't be disappointed. And DhakhaR, is there anything or is there something you want to work on in the future that you can already entice us with?
Oh wow. I actually don't have any next plans after this yet. We'll have to see where it goes. Like I said, Deep North is a big question mark. We might get so much more possibilities that we can do, or maybe not so much. It's just one of those things we'll have to wait and see. And then also, as JP knows, sometimes Yara will come out with something completely new that tips it upside down for us, and suddenly we can do 100 more cool new things. So it's fun. We never know what's going to happen and where things are going to go, so it keeps it interesting.
Okay, nice. Okay, good to know.
All right.
Okay, you already answered the question I originally had, so I'm going to ask you a new question. What should people expect when they first join Heim Divers? Let's say someone joins, give them something so that they can kind of, think it's not so crazy, so that they're more comfortable to get started. Because I have fun. I've never played Helldivers.
Same.
Yeah, you don't need to have played Helldivers before. I've tried as best as I can in the same style as Helldivers to teach you how to play the game. So you will land in the familiar place. You will be at a spawn temple, or a spawn circle, but there will be no boss stones there. And instead there are instructions for you to go to the tutorial area, which then gives you a little crash course on how different things in the game might work. And then that's it. You're ready for the Galactic War, and off you go, ready to go and kill stuff, blow things up, and fight for the glory of Super Earth.
Nice.
All right. People seem to really enjoy your wisdom and insights of what you've been doing and how the secrets of Valheim can be unlocked, apparently. Well, I'm such a nerd for this stuff, and it's most of the times I either talk on stream or let's say in some interviews during Val-Con, it gets really technical real quick, and that's not really what you want for a general audience. But for that niche, it's really good. And I appreciate it.
Well, I'm happy for people to learn, and for anyone who is hesitant about that sort of thing, you really don't need a background in coding or computer science or anything even close to that.
Yeah.
You can learn a lot without any technical knowledge. A lot of it is simple English words. For example, as I was talking about when we were talking about fields, unlocking the character limit of this sign, the command to do it is literally F equals sign, comma, character limit, comma, 999. So if you've read that, it's very clear what it's doing, even if you've never used a field before. You can very easily interpret that sort of stuff.
There's a certain logic you just have to get and understand, I guess. Yeah. All right. Well.
Okay, nice. Well, always welcome. To hang around after the stream as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Want to talk?
So, I'm sad to announce, everybody.
Yeah.
This will be it for us today, but don't fret. There's a lot of content on DhakhaR's channel that you can just look at, drool over. It's amazing. You should do that.
Yeah, look at, drool, live it. Live all of it. Be all over it.
Live, learn, laugh, love, all of it. And we're going to have, meanwhile, a lovely raid to someone in our Val-Con team. Someone you might have noticed already, either from maybe my streams, the Val-Con one, or Emma's streams. And I think you're going to have a lovely time with that. So for now, I just want to say thank you to everybody, and from everybody here on this table as well. Thank you so much for joining, participating. For the YouTube folks, We're not going to be able to rate on YouTube. If you want to be part of that, come over to Twitch, or we'll see you next time. It's as simple as that. But make sure to follow there and maybe smash that like button a little bit. Even if it's accidental, we appreciate you.
Smack it.
Yeah. So with that, guys, thank you so much for being here. We do it for the love of the game, quite literally.
Mhm.
And with that, much
Biggest,
love.
biggest thank you to DhakhaR as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your questions. Lovely to be here. You're all very professional and welcoming and friendly.
Yeah.
So that's what makes this community so great. And thank you to all those out there watching.
Awesome.
That's a lovely message to go out on. All right,
It's been
folks.
such a pleasure.
Keep it real.
Have a good one, everyone.
All right, see you later,
Yeah.
Vikings. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Ciao.